My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder. Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton Village. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing
is that going to be on the
around
test?
18 months ago.
All right, so did you get all that? Kate, PhD student, alcohol and morphine in her blood. Pretty normal if you're a World War I era veteran. So I think that's pretty much business as usual. They live in the town of Edenton. They live in Eden Lodge. They go to the Eden and Eden pub. When they're there, they do some drinking and some Eden. So I think I pretty much got all the clues necessary here. Resume game. Now I thought they said talk to Simon first, who is at Eden Lodge. So let's start there. Dude, this is like Mad Dog McCree.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please? Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, just making sure there's no cops outside. This is the kind of interface I make for school projects, so I'm very familiar with it.
Yo, it's mine.
Yeah, it's Kate's driver's license.
Why are you showing my private information?
The real Kate brought me a tea. She's alive. I can't tell if this guy is
Did you socialize
22
outside Atlas?
or 82 years
Can you
old.
describe her?
So we have to like make these disagree, and then we'll open a new line of questioning. Is that what happens? Make a contradiction. Okay. Well, he's only known Kate for 3 months, but she often seemed drunk. I mean, come on, man. You know you can't establish a pattern without at least 6 months of observation.
Best to knock on the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
Oh, yeah. Knock on the window for Emma. Oh, okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I thought maybe she would be like, well, now that Simon's not here, I can tell you he killed her. Open and shut case. What about these guys? Somebody should be asking them questions. Go catch a honker. Start with
A few more
Simon.
questions, if you don't mind.
It's the magnifying glass. Hole
Okay,
up.
that's it for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry to bother you. You're right, the magnifying glass. Don't be a fool. You claim to be a cyclist, and yet you own a bike from
Trusting leaving
Walmart.
a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment. Ah, this might come in handy.
And then we steal his bike saddle. Yeah, what's up with the box of old bottles, Emma?
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
You don't know what a bottle is?
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers.
It's also
Except for
highly
James over
illegal.
at Farmhouse.
What about this broken
Recognize
pendant?
this at all?
Does remind me of something.
Yeah, like perhaps a winged creature?
No, I don't know.
I think I may have seen it up in the sky, or perhaps perched on a power line. And what is this thing? Okay, let's
Thank
visit
you.
Emma,
Probably
ask her
be
about
back
the
later.
pendant. Okay, so there's a broken pendant. Kate bought lots of new jewelry, but on the other hand, there's a screwdriver. What? Basically, I'm just slowly breaking these people down by leaving, and they
questions, if that's
breathe
okay.
a deep sigh of relief, and then I come back, and I'm like, guess what?
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No, not at all.
Oh my god. She's gonna be asked about 40 questions. Like, for example, okay. This box of
Did
old
you know,
bottles. Rebecca, what can you tell me about this screwdriver I stole?
Have you seen this before?
Oh, she's seen it.
No, sorry.
That's a classic
So you didn't know if Kate
cough
had
of
lost it?
recognizance.
No idea.
Unlocked bicycle, screwdriver I stole, Simon's homebrew, broken pendant. Simon's homebrew again. Now we'll go back to the pub, because we know that there's a broken window. Ring-a-ding-ding, I'm back,
Ask you a
bitch.
couple more things, please.
Claims he hardly ever visits the pub, but makes his own homebrew. Yeah, buddy has a screwdriver, exactly.
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't have a breakage.
That's right.
Do you think the payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been. Yeah. Could have been Kate. You're probably right. Yeah.
Cover
But you don't know
boys.
who she was arguing with.
She didn't know Kate was having an argument. You're
Ask
getting the
around.
chair. Yeah, don't forget the critical detail that Simon also has a screwdriver.
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No, I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
What did you do after the course?
Just went home. Came here. Just came straight back.
Oh. Because how could you come home after Atlas last Friday and yet simultaneously own a screwdriver? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's okay.
Well, how did she go to see her parents on Thursday night if she visited the pub on Monday night? Unless there's some kind of cyclical calendar system here, where not every Monday is the same.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. Just going. I'm investigating a death.
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
And yet, Simon owns a screwdriver. Is that Al Pacino as Scarface, but his face is literally made of scars?
Close the door. Oh, you do picture framing.
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Oh, he's a magic player.
But what is scrying?
Well, it's when
And
you
so you are. People do it for different
look at the
reasons.
top card of your deck and you can put it on the
What
bottom
sort
if
of
you choose to. You just use the black mirror and ask Kate who killed her.
That's it for the time being.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go ask everybody else about the scrying mirror. And I'm gonna turn my trusty scrying mirror into a drying mirror.
He's nuts, though. I mean, he thinks the government are tracking him or something.
Why would you think that?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Little did they know, Mark Zuckerberg. So the thing is, how if he was selling them last Friday, but you were at your parents' house on Thursday night? Well.
I
Didn't
saw
even
Kate
need that one.
Where?
At the pub.
I knew it!
Go on. What were you arguing about?
How I killed her! No. Scry, please? There's no use for the black mirror. But what about the screwdriver?
Yeah, Chief, I had a confession.
That's not how you answer the phone.
It turns out
but
she was arguing with
I'll
Kate
let you
last
do
Friday
it.
outside the pub.
I also like to answer the phone by just guessing who's calling me.
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Sorry, could you slow down,
Ryan's
please?
affair with Kate.
I feel like it's when somebody tells you a story that's like 45 minutes long, and by the end of it, you're like, how do you feel about it? And I'm like, I don't remember. For all I know is at first we were talking about a broken window, and now all of a sudden we're conjuring the dead, and Kate's a ghost, and she's sleeping with Ryan, or breaking windows because of some blackmail situation. Alright, here's the thing, Rebecca. You know what the argument was about, because you were the one sleeping with Ryan. She's his wife? That's why the betrayal stings that much more. James, I'm busting this case wide open. You were the one cheating with Ryan. You don't know about the argument, but simultaneously, your homebrew is very strong. Or Simon's homebrew is very strong. Yeah, right. Simultaneously, Simon owns a screwdriver. Oh, what? Half-mast. Did the queen die? She asked for the warrant. Just pull out the screwdriver and you say, that's my warrant.
Masks allow you to play it being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
So this would be for a student.
I think that one's Ryan's, but students do wear them, yes.
It's like inverted VR. Oh, so you haven't seen The Mask
Be back
before.
later on, if that's okay.
And yet, Simon's cousin owns a bicycle.
To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Extremely red flag.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair.
Adultery is still a crime in northeastern England. I'm afraid
She didn't care about me.
we're gonna have to lock you up.
It was possible.
I just
to face.
want to say, I hate every character in the game so far. Is like, life is not hard enough. You're also like, okay, I'm gonna cheat on my screwdriver owning homebrew boyfriend who looks like the 8th Doctor Who, with a cult owner who has the same name of the guy who's streaming the game right now, and also my dead friend was trying to blackmail him, but not me, and Rebecca, I don't know, they're all wearing cardboard masks and looking into black mirrors, and it's like, just get a hobby. First he was a little cagey, but now, well, of course, Inspector, quite indubitably. I am suspicious indeed. What about this? Oh, this is the mask I wear when I fuck my wife.
I mean, I don't need to believe in the supernatural.
I've discovered the drink.
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
And yet, you used to work at the DMV, where you frequently used Simon's screwdriver.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
I don't drink. I don't trust anybody that just holds something, never takes advantage of it. Of course this guy seduced Emma. Have you seen his alpha male body language?
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
The sound.
Here.
Please.
No.
I'll tell you whatever you want, just turn off that terrible noise. I knew it. It's basil. You can't grow that in the UK without a permit. Yeah, business doesn't interest him, and yet he sells things from time to time. And there were bottles in a recite. You get the idea.
I like to stay pure.
Alright, you have also lost my respect. I like to stay pure. That's why I own a pub. Doesn't allow drugs or alcohol onto Atlas premises, and yet you're currently drinking alcohol?
She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
You know, just a totally normal way to answer that question. It's a drug, and yet you said nobody had ever brought drugs into Atlas, and yet here I am. Drugs in Atlas. You killed her, didn't you? She's never taken any illegal substances, and yet something screwdriver.
That student then. They did one last year too. Same place.
Like the only helpful person in the whole town.
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it.
Dude, his
He runs
ear.
that business cult.
His
thing.
ear is actually like a
Big
mushroom.
house.
I'm actually worried he can hear me talking about him through the screen.
Bunch of nut jobs.
My lord, the size of that ear. It was like the ear that a Witcher NPC would have. Now, we can use the information for Liam's death to get a confession out of Simon. Emma probably had an affair with him too. Don't be mad at Emma, okay? Ryan has an animal magnetism and raw male charisma that can't be ignored.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean... Was that skin cream?
And yet you're a plant
It's
scientist.
not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
Oh, you are
So you've never heard of
absolutely
Sam?
done. Okay, he grows salvia for his private use only. However, he also traded his herbal... Oh, he's done it!
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Pardon me?
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station? Some sort of happy life course, you know. We can
And
make
then
your
they
life better
rename
sort of
themselves to Atlas.
Then they'll put in everyone through this
It's the
brainwashing
same
program to make
symbol.
them yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out.
Well, this
Third
got pretty
Eye
dramatic
definitely
pretty
killed
quickly.
Liam.
We came over here, asked
Well,
him
that
about
was
some
a
magic
lot to
mints.
take in. Does James really believe all this stuff?
Or is this guy just absolutely high as hell? Everybody else is like, yeah, I recognize that. It's sage leaves. This guy's like, by the way, the town is a front for pagan cults that killed students and is selling brainwashed slaves on the deep web.
I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Whoa.
Don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
It's, how many words can you say without saying anything of any meaning at all?
What do you know about this?
No, sorry.
Oh, too many blinks. He's blink happy.
It means that you do exactly
That's
what I
assault?
tell you to do.
Oh.
Pathetic.
Where's my money, Denny? It's an incredible carving.
If I did this...
Excuse me,
would
Jenks.
that mean anything to you? If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I like how he had to use his other hand to pose his
It's
fingers.
okay, thanks. If I did, this, would that mean anything to you? You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no.
It's like he remembered
practical
that he's an
purpose.
actor.
It's basically destructive.
So, hey, buddy. You invented the friggin' phrase, and yet you don't even know what the symbol could be freaking used for? Doesn't make any damn sense. You think it's a devil sign, and yet you invented the phrase? Come on, buddy. You invented the phrase at the village hall, and yet you don't know how the symbols could be used? Come on, buddy. You think the fingers are a devil sign, and yet you invented the phrase at the village hall. Robert, the scene transitions are incredible. Look at this. It's like being in an Indiana Jones movie, you know? Dun 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 dun. Try the screwdriver. Good point. It isn't worth asking him. Even the cops are in on it. They won't let me talk to him.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No, that's
need...
as is.
Oh my lord. But what about Simon's homebrew?
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Why are you so weird?
You heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So,
all right.
you believe...
She likes to be in control, like Wyatt. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Like, if this dude was just normal, I probably would not be suspicious. But he keeps dropping these red flags.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that.
Well, apart
he
from
seemed
being
perfectly
drink,
happy.
or possibly
He was drunk.
because...
Well, I assume the boy...
Oh no!
Interesting. Well, there's a TV right there with a DVD player.
Rights
I
do
can
not
tell you
move
what,
on
have
a
quick look at this.
CD-ROM.
stopping us.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pocket Looter, playing Escape from Tarkov. Oh, some rubles.
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
Is it unboxing? X is the 10th Jason movie. XX is a beer. XXX better be people fucking.
Go.
Oh my lord. Ooh. The keys for the TT. You know, what Grandpa don't know won't hurt him. Use the remote control lock. We're in. It's the bikes! What about this suspicious porno?
Seen this before?
Appears to be a digital video disc. Glasses, for most people, they add a certain air of mysteriousness, but not this time.
The DVD! That's all they took. It must have been...
I just let him play in his room. As long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
This hurts, man. I was gonna say, I'm glad that they put this in quotation marks, because, like, in his room, in a house that he owns, is a little bit insulting. So I'm glad that the game was also like, hey, in his room, what the heck's up with that?
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
This guy's an idiot, it's just called sleeping. Sometimes I close my eyes and I have vivid imagery appear in my head for up to 8 hours at a time. Don't think I'm letting him off about the homebrew.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Oh, she must be a linguist.
Ever heard of advertising?
I don't know why she's on, like, the verge of laughing at us. Ever heard of advertising?
You didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
What, are you, a cop or something? Well, you know the rules now. We get a piece of information, immediately we go bring it up to Emma. She sings like a friggin' canary.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I'm fucking his son.
What didn't you like about
I'm gonna know her life
Well, it was
story by
just-
the end of this.
It was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated it. No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Or, you know, like maybe 2 people died, but no big deal. Like how everybody in this town, like, accidentally keeps getting involved in a cult. There I go culting again. I thought it was just a non-denominational group for us to get together and grow our life skills. And then it turns out all of a sudden I'm doing scrying. 2 of my friends are dead. And Simon's making more homebrew than ever.
So you don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night?
No.
Emma. Go on.
He's got her.
Well, we were all told to do stupid things and...
The rat's in the snake's jaws.
Liam killed himself because of me.
Take her away!
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face. So I thought I'd say something and I...
Are you 8? I made fun of his birthmark.
Emma.
Oh, 9 p.m. Basically ruined her life. Village tier list, let's go. Dude, I'll tell you straight up, I think Emma is high on the tier list just because she's so easy to break.
The business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach.
For example, I was
themselves,
my
become
father's
something
cum
new.
when I was born.
You know,
That gave me a lot of advantages
surprising what a
here.
What do you know about Emma Bowman?
Oh, your secret's safe with me, Emma.
All of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really...
Well, that's a lot of information. And also a lot of sounds this guy made with his mouth, including a... It's a Cat 5 cable. A flashlight. You got a permit for that?
No, I never remember to buy one.
Car. Oh, lewd. Yo, that's a Ferrari F40. That's a 360 Spider, not an F40. Look, it's been a long time since I played Project Gotham Racing 2. The fact that I recognized any car's make just from its taillights is pretty impressive for me.
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long.
Plus, I'm a cop, so...
They're making demons appear. Then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just stay here if you don't mind. Haven't really got my evening plans sorted yet, so just a place to crash for the night would be nice.
That's all madness is? Being blind to yourself?
Well, it's a very wizened opinion. At odds with the scientific literature. What about the screwdriver? Look, we're gonna solve that mystery, but to solve that mystery, we gotta solve the murders first. Then we'll figure out what's up with the bicycle. I agree, we gotta go to Emma. You start pulling that thread, the whole sweater unravels.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of
Jenks
that
is
made
like a
its way
walking
onto the
YouTube
Atlas
comment.
course?
We do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing.
Prostate milking, for example.
Encourage them.
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about.
Well.
He's been talking.
Just a line of
No
inquiry.
comment yet. What is it about the nurse's outfit? Seems like it has a high correlation with old dudes being like, yeah, wipe my ass. And then, I don't know, I find that like, the mixing of the medical and the sexual is not, those are two things that should remain separate for me at least. Do you ever sometimes feel sad? No, sometimes. Do you ever eat food to fuel metabolic processes? Yes, sometimes. Remember that time you got that guy killed?
If I had any illnesses or
My
mental health problems. Or
tracking
stuff
and
like that.
routing number for my bank
They
account,
didn't
etc.,
actually ask
etc.
me.
Oh, Chief's gone home. Yo, what if the demons got him? What is that? There's usually a nice lady that comes on and goes, this number has been disconnected or something. She went home too?
We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
He's like,
You are well informed.
damn, he's good.
And what do you
He
think
meant,
it was that
he met the
disturbed
ninth town
I
person.
believe it's an embarrassing weakness
Hentai.
for attractive women.
Ew! That's the second time that Paul has used the exact same defense, which is like, I wasn't aware it was illegal to do something gross, unless you're Hitler. Are you Hitler, Jenks? Okay. It's designed to reveal psychological issues. And yet, Simon's bicycle.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and two others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Why'd you say it like that, you
She was full
weirdo?
of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
Oh! We've done it. Hey, you know your dad fucked Kate, right? Just checking. Why does he have a time limit of one evening? Oh, the statute of limitations on murder is gonna run out at midnight. Oh!
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
10 p.m. on a Friday, pub's closing up. Ooh. Ooh, what? It's abuse! Oromorph liquid.
Well, isn't that interesting? So, you don't take any
Jenks is
medicines
exhausted.
except for prescription painkillers.
from catching
Well, they're
people in
not
lies.
It's not too bad. It's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand.
Really all over.
Not
My spine.
particularly a problem.
Both
It
legs.
makes it difficult to hold small things there.
Rib cage hurts. Do you think it's a problem when you consider how much you drink? Taking prescription painkillers and then also drinking 13 glasses of scotch a day? This chemist, which I believe is British for pharmacist, absolutely needs to lose his license. He's assigning or prescribing a 35-year-old dude some fucking morphine? Is he a World War I veteran? You have arthritis in your hands, and yet you play the guitar? Seems painful. Come on! Come on! Come on! Dropped keyring that says Saint Bernard de Menthon.
Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
By the way, you can take it. Wait a minute, you're
Thank
right.
you.
We
Probably
finally
not
have
later.
Simon's bicycle.
Could get access to the morphine, but they could quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom.
It lives in Canada. You've never heard of it.
Welcome to the mirror room.
What?
My image. I am free.
Don't do it, Jenks. Let's
This
go.
exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1.
Please
Module
flip over
2
the disc.
covers-
Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
You know how kids are. Okay, well, let's think about this. I don't know why I said it like that. Every day the music gets 10% louder.
Be back later on if that's okay.
Yo, those whispers sound like they're coming from inside of my own skull.
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of...
Oh my god, it's too close to home, man.
pulled his-
Stop by at James's house. Oh! Definitely not a blue filter put over the daytime.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved.
Well, that sounds like your fault.
Not that.
Giving birth out here?
Push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan.
You're telling me, buddy.
Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
$500 check. Clanks!
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do. So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
But he
Okay,
doesn't
James,
care
let's
about
just cut to
profit.
the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me?
It appears you have problems with capitalism, and yet you're engaged in the systems of commerce that prop it up. Curious, isn't it? Maybe it has something to do with Simon's homebrew?
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each
Love
other.
to lie
That was the
about
point,
doing
wasn't it?
crimes.
Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
But why? It's a little bit of a complicated plan. Has the screwdriver been put into play? That's the end game. Guaranteed. She was trying to unscrew the back of her VCR remote and she slipped into the water and drowned because she was high on opium. Why does it say check? It just says check. You're saying check over and over. The check was a test to see how she would react. Yeah, but it told her at the menu option, you son of a gun.
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate
Oh,
was
wow.
in the run.
I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference.
He is pissed, man.
We had nothing to do with it.
Can we get a new sound guy?
They get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Are you a human trafficker?
But if you really want to know, 50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees.
It's so blue I can barely see.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What?
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Jenks.
Just turn around. Go away.
Could you perhaps disarm this man?
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Oh, British education
joke. Trying to do. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me?
Oh, no.
Simon killed her.
Pig! I know. Police brutality.
See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something.
Watch out, he's got a book!
This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person has tape like that. Ryan. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out, she goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
If you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
Or from
he
the
told
tape
me he doesn't
store.
lend it out.
He lent it to you.
It's very
But I
important,
didn't kill her.
sentimental,
Do a lab
bespoke
test
tape.
on the card.
He's getting a gun. Jenks.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Take out the screwdriver. So we are going to tell Rebecca you haven't seen the tape for 2 months, but yet you taped up the broken window with that same tape. Ryan's special, bespoke, individual tape that he never lends out.
Who's got the tape now? Do you know
The
where
murder
it is?
weapon.
No.
Exactly what is going on.
It all started at the
Which
tape
meant the fact that
factory.
some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband.
Oh.
Driving license thing. When she came in, she was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her, reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything.
It was
I couldn't help
blue.
her.
Really?
She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
But she slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who?
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you.
Also, now it's illegal to push somebody down under the water with a big stick until they die.
Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Nobody likes Ryan, dude. Even his wife just tolerates him.